What color? Pick your color.
Gold.
I was thinking the red, white, and blue to feel like Captain America today, but you know I'm gold like always. The old friend of mine, check out the logo though. Oh, we'll get into that in a second. Old friend of mine showed me a little trick.
Spools it everywhere.
Woo! But yeah, that's how we start off the morning for today's leg day. I'm gonna go wild, I'm gonna go crazy. So for leg day, it's very important that you warm up, stretch. Make sure you foam roll. I normally do like 5 to 10 minutes, and then something to get your heart rate up and get the blood flow going to your legs. But with that, we're gonna do 500 jump ropes after I foam roll. I also foam roll, but I had to foam roll out my feet because I have super flat feet. But yeah, foam rolling is great. And then we'll show you all that 500 jump rope, which will consist of like 5 to 6 minutes of warm up.
Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright. Had no need to fight tonight. Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright. Had no need to fight tonight.
Alright guys, so it's Sergio. We're here with a little voiceover, and as you can see, we're getting ready for our front squat movement with no weight and just the bar, because we really emphasize on technique just because we were taught that way. And as you can see, I'm barely holding on to that bar. It's sitting more so on that top side of my shoulders, and then over here Luis is doing the same thing, hitting that squat depth. Make sure he's keeping that chest nice up and high, elbows high. And so this movement here, as like you can see I'm pointing at my quads, it's more quad dominant, and so it just works with different muscles versus a back squat just because of that placement. So whenever you're in that front squat, it zones in on the quads and that upper back, versus on that back squat it focuses more so on those hips, glutes, and lower back. As you notice here into this next frame, we will be increasing weight. That's that 225, and you can tell I don't have a belt on just because it's simply still pretty light on our end. So make sure to work with weight accordingly and increase weight if you want to get stronger. Here's Luis doing that same thing, and look at how he looks at his placement. Comes down full range of motion, all the way down, all the way up, keeping that back straight, elbows nice and high, taking deep breaths in and out. I think we moved over to RFE, which stands for rear foot elevated split squat with the barbell. And I was facing away from the rack just so that way you can see the entire movement. And we did a 4x5, and as you can see, it's a very static movement versus a lunge where it's more so dynamic. And this movement here, it strengthens your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes. As you can see, Luis comes up, flexes that glute there, and those calves. So it's a single leg exercise. Your core's focused to work in overdrive just to maintain that balance. I don't know if you can see, but I kind of lose my balance a little bit here and there whenever I switch, but it's nothing too heavy, so just work accordingly with your weight. Next, we had the superset here, and it's where you go from one movement right into the other. We had leg press, and we increase weight each time, still working those quad muscles. And we moved over. I didn't know it was going to be a superset, so I was kind of surprised here when Luis was like, alright, you're not on to the next. We did a single leg RDL, holding the weight in one hand. As As you can see there, I did it on the opposite. There you go. That's the right way to do it. Opposite leg. Lost my balance. There you go. Improved. This right here will improve stability and that body control, while it also strengthens your glutes and hamstrings, that more so posterior chain. It's an RDL. My coach would always ask, everybody know what an RDL is? And we weren't. Even though he'd coach us up, we'd often forget, but it's a Romanian deadlift. Here's Luis doing that same thing. He emphasizes to just drive more so with his heels, but he really doesn't lock out his knees. Don't put your hands on it like that. Keep your hands on the safety bars. And we did 4x12 here, supersetting with those RDLs, as you can see here. It's a little harder than it looks. You keep the back straight, eyes up, bring up that opposite leg up, while controlling that weight down and up and down. And you don't really have to come all the way down, as Luis will sometimes. There, he lost control there. As you can see, you don't have to come all the way down. You don't have to touch the dumbbell to the floor, just about mid shin where you stretch that hamstring. As you can see, it'll touch that dumbbell right there. You don't want to do that.
Right now, we're gonna hit some hamstring curls alongside with just hamstring curls.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna hit the hamstring curls, and we're gonna show you because over there we did RDLs. Now with the RDLs, we were doing a lot of ISO movements, which you want to do that and to like fix your imbalances in your legs. Because with the leg press or like the front squat, you're working both legs, but really you're not sure of which leg is like your strongest, which obviously you have an idea of what your strongest is. But when you're working the unilateral movements or isometric, I don't know, whatever it is, you're really focusing on fixing those imbalances. Now that's what we were doing just now. And we're gonna show you what we were talking about on the hamstring curl. As you can see right here, he's doing single leg RDL. Now we really are focusing on making sure that we hit both legs equally to fix any imbalances that we do have, which eventually will lead to stronger squat, stronger deadlift, overall strength. And you can see he switched over, and we're hitting 10 each way. Nice, slow, and controlled movements.
There we go. That wraps up the end of the workout.
Wraps it up. Now we really wanted to focus on touching on the points of really how both Sergio and I gradually increased our squats,
deadlifts.
Well, mainly legs is what we're talking about. Key points to take away: make sure you warm up efficiently. Foam roll, like that'll change the game for you. Foam roll, warm up 5, 10, even 15 minutes. Get some sweat going. Get work up to heavy singles on your core lifts. So as you did, our core lift today was that front squat.
Yep.
Make sure you do that. Look at your form, correct it as needed, and then go from there, and then everything will change for you. Like, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, so you don't miss any more videos. And there's definitely more how-tos to come. So I appreciate you guys.
Hey, whoa, tell them about the shirts. This is the OG. It's called the First Gen. We're gonna have a link in our Insta bio
And YouTube.
and our YouTube. So first come, first serve. We only got a certain amount of tees. So this is just a little prototype. We got the logo right here, the brand. Show 'em.
And that's Muscle Bound logo.
That's that Muscle Bound logo. And then on the back, I don't have it on this shirt. It was a prototype.
So right here, going down, probably to right there, you'll have the Muscle Bound going down this way. So you'll see that once you're on the site when you're copping.
And then make sure you hashtag Muscle Bound, baby.
Make sure you hashtag Muscle Bound so we see it. And if you buy it and you're around the area, please let us know.
Yeah.
So that way
We can take pics.
we can take
also.
pics,
Post
work
them on our
out.
Instagram.
Yep.
Give you that shout out. So we appreciate you guys being big fans, motivating us. So that wraps up the end of the video. Let's get it, baby. Peace.